Hey guys, so today is super exciting because I am going to share with you one of my most well-known recipes. My family and friends ask for these nuts so often it's not even funny. And you know, nuts are so important to incorporate into our diet because you know, they are fattening and they are high in calories, but it's good fats. So unsaturated fats, and it's good for LDLs and a whole slew of other things. But today I'm going to get to the recipe, and it's the problem with live videos, you can't hide things. So I am going to show you just a quick version. I will post my recipe to my website, so it will have everything verbatim, what you need, the step-by-step everything. But my oven right now is set at 250. And right in this bowl, I have pecans and walnuts, and I'm pretty much tripling the recipe. And then in here I have almonds, okay? I'm trying to read to see who's here. All right, so what I have already done is pre-mix. I know it looks disgusting, but I pre-mixed egg white, vanilla extract, a little pinch of salt, and I know a lot of you out there harp on me for not continuing with my parquet, but this is the perfect recipe to add a little pinch of this. So you can either use regular butter, melt butter, it works just the same. But for me, this is a quicker, easier way to do it because it's already liquid. You just pour it on in. So the parquet spray butter or regular butter, or you could just add a little bit of water with a pinch of salt. I basically use it as just a little bit of a binder, and the fact that it has sodium in it, because that's where I'm getting the majority of my saltiness. But this is a sweeter version of a nut. So again, like I said, I put a little pinch of this, but the majority of that saltiness is coming from the parquet. All right, moving along. So the reason why it's so dark is the fact that I put cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. So these two are what make it such a good holiday treat. And with Thanksgiving on Thursday, the holidays around the corner, I mean, I make these as presents for people, for my clients and all of my clients out there. Yes, you will be getting a little bit of these. So, and the last ingredient that makes it sweet and so scrumptious is the stevia in the raw. So the fact that I'm not using sugar is making it a healthier treat. So this is cup for cup. I know some people think that stevia is a lot sweeter than regular sugar. In my opinion, it tastes pretty much the same. So use cup for cup. Now in this one, this is actually twice the regular recipe, so that's why there's a lot in here. But this has the stevia in it. So right here, egg whites, parquet spray butter, the vanilla extract, cinnamon, pumpkin spice, and a splash of that salt is in here, and stevia in the raw. Now in this one, this is before I add the stevia in the raw, and this is just for one serving. And so that's why I divided these up, because I wanted to show you what it looks like with the one serving. And I kind of always do my almonds on their own just because they have a different texture than the pecans and walnuts, obviously. So, hi Tim. So, hope your day is awesome too. So I'm going to pour this in here and show you kind of the process, but you have to kind of work with it. You know, it's like a big hunk in there, but once you just act slowly, just eventually it'll all blend together. But like I was saying before, when I cook mine, I typically do my almonds separately, and I cook them on a different baking sheet just because the texture, I like to bake them a little bit longer, a few extra minutes. Yeah. I'm getting there. And really, I mean, I kind of did all of the work beforehand because I didn't want to bore you guys with it. Now I kind of let this sit a little bit longer than I wanted to. So if you find that you accidentally added too much stevia and it's getting to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, you know, I can't mix this together, just add a pinch of water. I mean, you're baking it, so it's gonna go away. Okay. just because you do want a good liquidy base when you add the nuts, because you want to be able to coat the nuts. Almost done, stick with me. But yeah, like I said, this is a great idea around the holidays to give people, coworkers, friends, family, and even, you know, one of my friends just invited me to his holiday party, and I asked him, you know, what to bring, and he said a side. And this is such great finger food for people. They love it, and no one really believes me when I say that it's, you know, a healthier snack option because of the stevia instead of adding all that extra sugar. Okay, so there we go. We got the liquidy base. So in here, I'm just going to add my almonds. And then in the other one, I'm just going to add pecans and the walnuts. And this is where you have to just use your hands. I mean, you want to make sure every single nut in there is well coated, and don't be afraid to just get in there. I mean, it kind of gets a little bit icky because it's sticky because of the egg whites and all that, but aw, you're the pot, Liz. Who needs work? Oh, I am making healthy cinnamon spice nuts. It is getting very nutty in here, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so I will show you. This is how gooey. Yes, it looks disgusting. And to be honest with you, when I'm usually done, I will lick my fingers. When everything's done and I'm not retouching. Because I know that's really gross if I were to do it right now. Okay, so almonds are the easiest to coat because obviously there's no divots in them. But I'm going to move on to the pecans and the walnuts. Sometimes, you know, if you like it a little sweeter, add a little bit more stevia. If you like it a little bit stronger with the pumpkin spice, add a little bit more pumpkin spice. It's really on you. But it's such a simple recipe. And everyone, I've not had one person dislike these nuts. I mean, even my nephews, who are super, you know, well, they're not super young anymore, but they're young, you know? Like, usually kids don't like nuts. So they like these. My dad, who doesn't eat healthy, my family, even people that don't like to eat healthy like these. So I would give them a try. And really, I'm really not going to bore you guys with the whole process, because at this point, once you have it all coated, you just spray a baking sheet, so a cookie sheet, and it's up to you. You can use parchment paper. Sometimes I'll use aluminum foil, but typically I'll just put it right on the sheet and bake at 250. So that's very important. When you bake, typically you're baking at 350, 375, and you do not want to do that because you're going to burn them. I mean, I'm pretty positive of that. They're going to turn out to be pretty gross. And nuts are not inexpensive, so you want to make sure that you salvage everything that you can. So 250 for 45 minutes, and you really want to check it about 25 minutes in, and they are going to start sticking because of the whole coating. So you want to scrape them, mix them around at about 25 minutes in, and then put them back in the oven for the remaining time. Now, you don't want them to be chewy. So if you reach that 45 minutes and then you take them out and you know, pop one in your mouth, taste it. And like I said, the almonds will need a little bit more time typically, but taste test it. If you feel like they're chewy, pop them in there for a few more minutes and then they should be nice and crunchy. And that's the one thing people always say about it. Like, they're so light and crunchy and crispy, and there's just enough spice, but there's just enough sweetness. It's not one extreme or the other. So give it a try, but here we go. That takes a little bit longer, but it is nice and coated. Okay, so I have no way to actually show you the final product right now. So like I said, in the comments here in a second, I will put the website link and you will be able to see the final product. But I mean, they're nuts. They don't look that different when they're baked. So just trust me that they're delicious, and you guys should give them a try and think about making them for friends and family. Have a good day, and I will talk